We are going to look back at 2022, one of the craziest real estate markets we have ever seen, the highs, the lows, everything that we can take away and learn as we move forward into 2023. But first, let's look back at 2022. Stay tuned and we'll talk all about what I saw, what I feel like we could learn from it, and what we can take away moving forward. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, eXp Realty. So excited to conclude 2022 with you. A general overview of the market we saw because it was like nothing else. And I have a few takeaways that I want to dive into. But first, please like, comment, subscribe. If you or anyone you know is interested in moving into the Denver area, I'd be happy to serve you. If you're interested in moving out of the Denver area, I get it. Things are crazy. I would also be happy to serve you. Comment below, reach out, give me a call anytime. I would be happy to be your realtor, and I would take such pride in helping you make those decisions and become financially free. But okay, so let's dive into 2022. Let's start with, the year that was. January, February, March, absolute chaos in the real estate industry. This is when we're seeing prices go way over asking. People were very aggressive, waiving inspections, appraisals, things we had never seen when you're offering 6 figures plus over asking price, not having inspections, not having appraisals done. And, we all kind of knew that we were braced for something, like it couldn't continue at that pace, completely unsustainable. But what we did have during that time is affordability because the interest rates were so dang low. Even, as recently as April, March, really, interest rates were record lows. So regardless of if we went up 6 figures or 50K over, those interest rates were kind of suppressing that monthly payment. So it was all possible. Not to mention if you're selling a house, you were getting extreme value for your home there. So we all knew it was, bound to come to an end. We didn't quite think it would come to a shift as quickly as it did. That kind of Easter weekend was kind of the turning point in the Denver market. We did see it kind of lagged behind. Spring, summer was decent, but we could tell it was definitely slowing down. And as we kind of finish out the year and that happens, we started to see, some of those extreme prices, that were, 6 figures over for the perfect home and whatever. Those were kind of outliers. And if we kind of took the average there, we did see prices come back a little bit, between 5 and 10% at times. But what we did see is the interest rate increase pretty rapidly, record pace as far as the interest rate going up, and that really affects that monthly payment. So those people that were on the sidelines waiting to buy a home because the prices were too crazy, well, now they don't want to afford it, the monthly payment, because the interest rates are too crazy. And there was no in between. I mean, obviously there was a perfect time where you could maybe do it, but not really. And so with those interest rates, affordability really came into play. And now those people are still sitting on the sidelines, some renting, some living with mom and dad, whatever they're doing. They're still on the sidelines. They're still missing out on, the American dream of home ownership. And as we kind of look back and why that happened, I have to go back to the media. And this is across the board, from elections to politics to sports to everything. Media is, information is traveling at record pace. And so we've kind of fallen into this gap of, what's the real estate market doing today? What's my homework today? A couple clicks of a button, you get a computer generated value. But even still, as agents, we're super dialed into what the interest rate is, and 1/8 of a point here and 1/8 of a point there. And information is traveling so dang quickly, and we haven't really seen that in a correcting or shifting market ever. And so what that does is it makes fear go up, regardless of if you do get away from the headlines and you're kind of blocking that out. Even still, you're struggling a bit with that piece because, information is so readily available. There's so much of it. You don't know what's right. You don't know what's wrong. And so as we kind of hopefully stable off in our pricing and our interest rates and all of that, just understand that information is so key to making those decisions. But at the end of the day, that stuff doesn't matter. The market doesn't matter. If you're not selling a home, it doesn't matter how much your home is worth. If you're not refinancing, getting a HELOC, or selling it, who cares what it's worth? Obviously, you want to make those decisions as far as care for your home and finishes you're putting into improvements and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, like, if you have a roof over your head and you're able to manage the mortgage payment, or you don't have a mortgage payment, that value is probably not as serious as we make it out to be in the media. And so that's the biggest thing. Homes provide long-term security. Over time, they've gone up 50, 60 years, 6% appreciation in the Denver area on average. We will have a little bit of feeling of loss over the next couple of years because we're not seeing that 15, 20% appreciation in the Denver market. But the truth is, we're still going to be inching forward. We're still going to be moving forward. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So that's kind of the next takeaway, was the media and the information traveling so quickly that we had to adjust to the information overload. And then, that brings me to the next point, which is the right time to buy a home, the right time to sell a home matters on your life. Doesn't matter on the market, doesn't matter on anything else. Your life is what matters. And the truth is, moving forward, if you do have to sell and the market's a little bit down, maybe you rent it out, maybe you stick it out a little bit. If you have to make the mortgage payment, maybe you get a second job, whatever that may be. So you hold on through that downtime, because if you don't sell in the downtime, you will not lose in real estate. And at the end of the day, the net worth of a homeowner is still 40 times greater than that of a renter, no matter if you're back in the day in the market or today in the market. So that's something we constantly need to do. And if we're so hyper focused on the market to make our decision on when it's the right time to buy instead of our own story, we're losing out on extreme net worth gain, which is super important, because my whole point of being in this industry is to share what I've learned from the real estate market and help people build wealth through real estate, through home ownership. And at the end of the day, shelter is a survival need. And a home is an investment vehicle that allows you to have shelter, stay warm in the winter, stay cool in the summer. And that's something that sometimes we forget. So as we close 2022, this is kind of the microcosm of the market. We kind of went from two extremes. The market is not crashing. The market is not in dire straits. It just feels so much different than it did in March and April going into that Easter weekend. As we move forward, we'll talk about 2023 next week on next week's video, so make sure you catch that. But if 2023 is a year that you're going to make a real estate move, please reach out, comment below. Let's have a conversation, because it's not about selling the most homes. It's not about anything like that. It's about helping you make a decision that'll have a positive effect on your life. So if that's you, even if you're not in the Denver area, I have a global network, and I can find you the right real estate professional to help you crush your 2023 goals if real estate has any part of that, because I got some big goals and I'm super excited. So as always, please like, comment, subscribe. Let's stay in touch. Let's see what 2023 brings. I will always keep you in the know, but I will also always remind you that it's your story. It's not about the market. We have that background knowledge, so we're comfortable in what we're doing and making those decisions as they come forward, but it's not the entire story. So have a great New Year's. Be safe out there and have a good one. Bye-bye.